Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is a battle on the Murovanka map, and we're following Fury in his mouse. This is a follow-up to his quick battle in the M60, so this would be a bit of a contrast to that previous battle. The mission that's active is Heavy Tank 4, which requires him to do 5 critical hits that will damage internal modules or crew members. So he has to do at least 5 critical hits, and then for honours to destroy 3 enemy vehicles. This other mission is the Block 6 mission that he's already done, the destroyed part, and he's just completing the secondary mission anyway, but that's for stun, so he probably won't be doing it in this tank. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on those as well. But okay, so he's heading towards the church. Church is a good strong position on this map. It's not a traditional place for heavy tanks as such, but they normally go up the 1-2 line. But we'll see how he can basically exploit this position. So part of it is that, yes, tanks that get spotted going through the Magic Forest will be available to you, particularly the ones on the edge of the forest. Now, I'm not sure why that shot missed, but you got some credit for spotting. You can see the view range of the mouse is actually pretty good. Looks like it's over 400 meters as standard or with current crew. He's running food, so that will help with that as well. So he manages to put a snapshot into the Wheezy 132 Chinese light tank. Now also he is top tier as a tier 10 tank in a match that's got tier 8s in it as well. So some of the tanks will obviously be a good prey for the tier 10 regardless of really which tank you're in. But nonetheless, we'll see how he can make the best of his tank. So he's got a Conqueror right near him. That's the tier 9 British heavy tank, and that Conqueror doesn't seem to be aware that he's there because he's facing the other way. So well done that player for not looking at his minimap or even getting alerted to the fact that he's been spotted. Unless he was previously spotted and he to stay spotted, he would have been proxied anyway. Anyway, the Skoda on Fury's team takes that tank out. Skoda's on the line, on the one line, which is in right where he is. It's also a good position for medium tanks to basically operate. So he's noticed there's a mouse and a 705 who have basically taken the middle position. So an IS-3 coming down just been destroyed, but there's basically these heavy tanks in the middle between the two hills, obviously causing trouble for his team. So they are 2 tanks down right now, and it looks like Fury is going to pay them some attention. He's only got nearly 1500 damage, but he's got over 2000 of assisted damage, which is pretty good for a heavy tank, but that sort of indicates, you know, the value of that middle position. Looks like they've lost most of the east side of the map, so coming over here to basically try and get rid of these 2 heavy tanks is a pretty good idea. So now he's caught the mouse and the 705 facing the other way. Looks like the mouse has noticed, and the mouse driver in this case is Deathlord. Deathlord is one of the most famous mouse drivers on the server. He's got tens of thousands of battles in the mouse. I don't have the exact stats, but I've seen them before. And he plays this tank in preference to nearly other tank. So he's got obviously some very high skilled crews here. Now let's see how Fury deals with him. He's not quite king of the mouse, is Deathlord, but he has put some shots into Fury. Finally, the 705 driver realizes that he was getting shot from behind. Fury bounces off a shot from the Lorraine 40T, which is not that surprising, being a tier 8 tank. He gets rid of the Object 705, and he's been bringing the Deathlord's mouse down as well, so hopefully he can dispose of him as he has. There you go, Deathlord is out of the game, back to the garage. So just having a quick check of his conditions, doesn't look like he's doing any damage to internal components. That's probably a relation to the fact that he's firing APCR, which, you know, typically doesn't do much damage. You tend to need to fire heat or HE to do a lot of internal damage, so this might not be the tank for that particular mission. So he comes across Tiger 2, that's come to the church. Obviously the tanks that were going through the Magic Forest have moved across the map, and they're probably regretting the choices they've made there. There's an object 140 there shooting at him, just bounced off. Again, mouse when it's properly angled can bounce a whole lot, and if you look currently he's blocked 3200 damage. So they're actually one tank up now. The enemy tanks, even though they've dominated one side of the map, they haven't really made that pay off. So Fury's team are coming back, and it's no short matter due to Fury's performance here. Gets rid of the 140 with the final shot on that tank. Not quite kill stealing, but yeah, you do need your tanks to kill the enemy tanks. If your team members aren't killing them, then it's up to you to take advantage of that and getting the guns out of the game. So it's just similar with clan wars. If you can basically remove a gun from the game, then they can't shoot back at you. So there's a Tortoise there facing him now. Tortoise has got pretty strong frontal armor, but he's a tier 9, and Fury is firing tier 10 APCR. The mouse ammunition isn't like the most powerful tier 10 ammunition, but against tier 9s and 8s, it's no problem at all. So it's just a matter of finding the weak spots on the Tortoise. There he goes through the machine gun port, and that Tortoise is just being whittled down. So Fury is now up to just under 5800 damage with his original spotting. Gets rid of the Tortoise, so he takes some damage in while he does it. So eventually you've got to put your turret face towards it, and the front of the mouse turret can be penetrated with the right rounds. So that's just a risk you've got to take. But you've noticed while he's doing that, he's keeping his turret angled away from the enemy. It just makes it almost auto bounce. So finally, they're down to one tank. There's an ML2 in the middle. Let's see if Fury can get over 7,000 damage here. If he can get close enough. Charging forward in his mouse at high speed of 20 kilometers per hour. And the ML2 there is still there. 414 hit points. Yeah, that's a one shot for the mouse, just doing about 500 hit points damage. And being a tier 8 tank, yeah, it's no real threat. So as he drives past, yep, there's the shot. Anyway, great game there. Good use of the tank, getting value out of it. Let's have a look at the results. So that was a nice tanker game, as we could see as it unfolded. He got the Bruiser Medal, Spotter, Duelist, Fighter, Fire Effect, and Shell Proof for exceeding the hit points of his vehicle in terms of block damage. The Cool-Headed Award for bouncing shots, and Steel Wall for the total amount of block shots, plus the High Caliber Award, of course. 7,099 damage direct, 5 kills, and 1333 base experience, which is a great result for tier 10. The Skoda T50 South 45 South also did a great job in terms of supporting there, taking advantage of the spotting that he was doing. And of course, there's Deathlord managed to get 2395 damage. So 23 shots fired, 18 connected, and 16 did damage. His total combined damage exceeds 9,500 hit points, so that's a really fantastic result. Got a total of 10,000 base experience there, and yeah, excellent result, even making a profit.